So, you are in your 20s, starting to develop political opinions, and you may think that you are right, but let me tell you something. Your opinions are utterly shit, just like the person who wrote N.E.I.N. And well, this is not an endorsement video. No, no, no. I've actually come up with a solution to deal with people like him. Meet the N.E.I.N. And well, it has nothing to do with the number 9. No, no, no. This is N.E.I.N. No bullshit, enforcement, and immediate neutralization. 9. So, in a fuckery, let me just show you what it does. Burn my retinas, right? So, the core concept of 9 is when I raise my arm above a certain angle from the horizontal, well, it should ring an alarm. And that alarm should trigger an artillery that has a laser guided system for a better accuracy and precision. Now let's move on to the electronics. An ESP8266 Wi-Fi module, an MPU6050 accelerometer, an Arduino Nano, few microservers, a red LED, and a few capacitors to sprinkle on. So, the explanation. Well, let me first drop the accent because it is getting really difficult. The reason being, I have already recorded so much and I don't want to regret not using the footage. Anyway, yeah. Starting with the ESP8266 module. Well, this is actually post-production, so I'm just going to keep it brief. So first, the ESP8266 Wi-Fi module. I'm using this to communicate with my MacBook via Wi-Fi and through a web host. And this bad boy, the MPU6050, is the main component here, which will tell this ESP module what the position is from the neutral position that is by my side at rest, and from there within the range of up to 80 degrees to 150 degrees and nothing below or above that. So I have kept that range because I think that was appropriate and not societally or culturally menacing. These two work in a circuit and that is it. On the 9 watch, yeah, and the LED for the indicator. My stupid ass, thinking I was a pro in soldering, this is what I did. And from the past 2 to 3 hours, I couldn't figure out why this shit won't work. I also cleaned the flux because apparently I used a lot of it, but yeah, now it's shiny, so that's not a problem. I'll just need to separate these piece of shits and well, let's see what happens then. Okay, so after a long day of soldering, things wrong. I soldered again after finding out what the problem was, and well, it was a very long day of soldering. Anyway, I'm done with this now. Yep, this is the part A of 9, not 9. 9. I'll just show you the demo. First of all, the power supply is a cheap 5-volt bank, 10,000 mAh. I'm just going to plug it in now. Yep, I'm going to hold something so that I don't make any wrong gestures and get cancelled. Okay, here it comes. Once more. Okay, once more. The explanation. Yeah, inevitable. Okay, so you may have got a gist of what this red LED does. If there are any dum-dums in this audience, this is an indicator which detects my position of the hand from this whole circuit. So neutral is basically hanging by my side, and I've set a limit of 80 degrees to 150 degrees because all the negative gesture may lie between that and not anything beyond or below that. That was a safety precaution first of all. So the part A works, and the code behind this is core Python and obviously Arduino to program this board. I have bridged the Arduino code and the Python code with a servo host. So when I move my hand and it is between the region of 80 degrees and 150 degrees, this goes off, and then that sound, that horrifying sound. So yeah, I hate explaining code. Fuck. After the part A, this, I thought that if I'm making part B, I should also make it a little more interesting. Then a thought came to my mind, which was inspired by Michael Reeves and his laser turret thing, which shoots you in the eye for some reason. And I thought, well, that's interesting. So yeah, I'm making it. Well, I have coded it in Python, and I'll show you the screen now. Let me just turn this thing off. Yeah. There's the screen. I'm using this red LED on the flat button cell to simulate, demonstrate, or whatever word you like, the program and what it will do, obviously. So I'm using this because obviously I'll be using a red LED because all the cool action movies use it to eliminate people. It also says that target locked. That's a cool addition. And well, there's the code. There's the code. Yeah, you missed it, bitch. Completely missed it. I did buy a laser, which I dissected. This was, I think, for about a $50, 50 rupees, around something 60, 70, I don't remember. Which worked for some time after I dissected and resoldered it, but yeah, I fucked it up. Okay, so after I figured out that, I moved on to the turret base part, but it turns out the tummy twister thingy I was using, which rotates like this, that was really old and rigid, and this micro servo that I was planning to use did not give enough torque out. The concept was actually to convert this angular motion into a translation one, sort of like a steam engine wheel. So that was a flop, like this whole idea. Now what I'm thinking is I will use this, yeah, this MG996R from that hand because I'm poor, and well, you may argue that owning Apple products is not a sign of being poor. Well, let me also tell you, those are just tools, really expensive one, but those are just tools. Owning Apple product does not make one rich. Today was a really busy day, that is, I think, the 9th of August. Well, and I did some things off camera because I'm convinced that you guys don't want to see the time lapse and just want to enjoy the video. I thought that I should record as less as possible and still keep it because, well, the video gets short. What I did today is I made this launcher thing. I'm actually planning to tighten it up a bit more. Also, I made a base. Okay, so this is just a base for the cake that I had lying around, so I used it. As you can see, I mounted the servo mount here, and also after setting the servo to 0, I marked these. This is 0 degree. This is where the servo is set to 0, and this is the exactly opposite, which is 180 degree, obviously. Dum dum. And also I marked a few things here because I would be mounting it in such a way here. Yeah, then I've attached this micro servo on this empty marker pen. This would give me the laser turret, the up down motion. What is it called? Tilt or pitch? I don't know. I'm done with most of the mechanical stuff, which includes the artillery. This I have removed this for now. Yeah, and also that from the base. Also, you may wonder what this is. Actually, it is the plastic cover you have on binder books, custom made ones. So what it is actually both of those have the same texture. Yeah, if you can see, a fake carbon fiber like, they have the same texture. What happens is you rub graphite on it. That rough surface turns into a near frictionless, I can say. There is nothing frictionless in this world actually, but something with really low friction. So that would help me guide the artillery, reduce friction over there. And also why I chose this is because I made a drum out of 10mm EVA foam so that the motor does not have to take the mechanical load on it, and its only job is to spin. So I think that sums it up. This made me feel like I'm really smart, which I am, and you all have to fuel my delusions. Yeah, so that's fixed on the servo, and this is what I mean. Even with this touching each other, that is fucking smooth. And I don't think you can get that level of smoothness anywhere. Also, I showed you the artillery, the actual laser turret here. So this will point on my face, ready to shoot. And I'm not going to reveal the projectiles for now. Projectiles are pretty fun though. You just have to be a piece of shit to get it launched on yourself. Okay, so I'm done with the mechanical part. So as I was explaining about the plastic films, these are the ones. So what I did is take the rough side and I rubbed some graphite on it. This is a pencil lead. Easily that reduces a lot of friction between both the rough sides. So this is where I have not rubbed the graphite, and this is the result. And this is where I have also here. So that's a lot smooth. I don't know if you can tell from the video, but if you have it, you can try it at home and let me know in the comments, because I don't know how to deceive you anymore. I have put that inside here on the edge of this drum, foam drum I made, and at the very center there is the servo motor inside. It has the cable sticking out, and this is the launcher. This is the lock, and yeah, you can see this servo here. Also, there is the laser turret, the big boy. And if you're wondering about the shape, well, the base had to be big to hold things. I drilled holes here so that the air resistance would be a little less. Smart pants. I am really smart. Watch out. Also, I'm a fucking narcissist, so watch out for that too. Yeah. Okay, so for now I am at this point. So this is the face tracker, and this tracker is for tracking the laser. As you can see, there's the dot, black dot to track the laser. So what is happening here is the face tracker. This, it has the set value of a certain area that is supposed to be tracking my face, and then there's the laser tracking. So what this does is, first this cute guy or girl tracks my face where it turns. So if I'm turning here, it would turn here. Then the face tracker and this laser tracking work together. After my face is tracked by this and this, the second thing is that laser tracking. So what that does is it checks if the black dot is inside that green box here. So if it is like this, it will track my face. But the problem here is this only works at short distances and not when I move further away. For now, I am sticking with what I've made now. I will improve upon it till it's near perfect, because I don't aim for perfection. Yeah, that. Also, now I have to work on the launcher, so yeah, that.
Bruh.
This I have updated it finally, and I think I forgot to show it to you. I added a web page. How cool is that? So cool, right? Anyway, getting back to the tracker. Is not as precise, because if I move further away, the laser is going to go somewhere else, and the face tracking would not work as efficient because not much light. Without a actual webcam, I don't think that it is possible to.
Huh?
Everything is done now. And well, I'm also getting shot by laser on my face. Before I turn this thing on completely, I would like to show you the connections and everything. So the overview, this is the launcher, that's the lock, This is the release mechanism. This is the vertical rotating servo. This is the base. That's our webcam. This window is for tracking the laser, and this second one is for tracking my face. Also, as I explained, there is a bit of inaccuracy because of the webcam and its position related to this, so that is going to be a thing. And also, I have combined every single code I tested out before reaching this final one. I think there's about 4 to 5 different codes here which I had to combine later on, and this is where we are now. Special mentions. I have made these foam shits, foam poop. This is girl poop. This is poop when you have piles, and this is just explosive diarrhea. You may ask why have I made this? The reason is if you get caught because of this, then you are a fascist piece of shit. And actually, I was going to launch Angry Birds from that because to get attacked by Angry Birds, you have to be a pig. So that would have played out well, but I don't think they make Angry Bird toys anymore, so that was a bummer. But I think these are close to Angry Birds, right? Angela, Red, where this boomerang guy is. But yeah, piece of shit, right? Three pieces of shits actually. No, three. Yeah, this is the correct way. Three pieces of shit actually. Shits. I don't know what color should I go with. I think I will go with girl shit, girl poop because I am lonely. Yeah, the laser is a bit lazy here. That's all you can make in a week, and under $10, I think, not getting cancelled. With the explosive diarrhea now. Now I'm going to be attacked by explosive diarrhea. Yeah, I don't think the aim is very good there. Now let's try piles poop. Reloading. Piles poop. Yeah, burn my retinas, right? Okay, let's try three at once. So yeah, I guess that was it. I mean, I could have made this better, but I don't know. Maybe sometime in the future when I have a bigger place and maybe I'm owning a Bamboo Lab 3D printer or a resin printer because I hate cutting aluminium and obviously using old stuff, but I don't think you can get anything sturdier than this nowadays. Also, this is my favorite part here. Turning this into a red screen. That's obviously my favorite part. Anyway, okay, so that is it. This is 9. So this is no bullshit enforcement, and this is the immediate neutralizer. And for non-STEM background people, this is never ever initiate nonsense. This was a fun project for making it under just a week. It is still not perfect, but given my frequency and the deadline that I set in my head to bring videos like this to you guys, I think I have done a pretty good job here. And if you appreciate, please like this video. And also, if you're not a fascist or a racist, then also like this video because I made this cool gadget to take care of such people because they are a menace to society. And again, this is just a humorous parody of N.E.I.N, and please try to forgive me if I hurt anyone's sentiments. If you don't, I just don't give a shit. Fuck you, cuties. Okay, I don't know what to film for an outro, but yeah. Like, share, and obviously subscribe because you have to, or you are a racist and you support Nittler. Yeah, I censored it on my own. Okay, bye.